Hi, my name's Todd, and this is my dooryard. It is currently 80 degrees foolish. That makes it a sultry 27 degrees civilized. And I plan on getting some of the prep work on this done before we move forward. Transmission guy, fortunately, stood behind his work, took it all apart, inspected everything, resealed it, found that the bell housing helps hold the front pump in, and he padded that area a little bit with some JB and then machined it back flat and replaced the O-ring that mates with the front pump. And yeah, hopefully we're going to be good to go here. I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning. Everything's got a little, like oily, and I will we got a couple things to do before we're ready for install, but patience. We'll make this happen. Okay, first things first. Let's get these cleaned off, and a little thread locker on them, or Teflon tape. You know what I'm trying to spit out. Or if you didn't before, you do now. Oh, be quiet, you. Come on. There we go. That gets you started. Well, that's frustrating. It traps the wrench against the housing. So I guess open end we go. Definitely no room there for a line wrench. How tight do you think I ought to go with this? Ought to be fairly apparent, I would think, but it's a smell like tapered pipe thread. I certainly don't want to strip that out. But I don't want it to leak either. So I think we're going to call that tight. All right. Let's give this one another. Oh, this one's got a check ball in it. I guess you gotta hold your tongue just right. Yeah. I don't want to over tighten them, strip them out, fuck them up. So. Hopefully I'll have no leaks there. Okay. There's no reason that these stickers on here need to be this good. Why do they do this to me? It's a conspiracy, I tell you. Click here for the facts that Big Glue doesn't want you to know. Brake Clean makes it softer. Big Glue. Click here for the secrets that Big Glue doesn't want you to know. Yeah, I think that's what the title of this video is going to be. I'm not above a little bit of clickbait. Ah. All right, close enough. I'm going to go get a paper towel and clean that off a little bit. And we're going to try and make that line that I twisted off underneath there. If it ain't one thing, it's 10 others, isn't it? Okay, now that we've successfully defeated Big Glue, let's try and put a 90-degree bend in this so I can come out of the transmission and into where I'm going to put a flare nut on the line that I twisted off up under there. What do you think the odds are? All right. All right, all I need is 90 degrees. Oh, I think I just kinked that pipe. Damn it all. Alright, let me go get a hammer and a block of wood and we'll try and pound that kink out a little bit. Maybe we can tune it up. Alright. Hey, don't be like that. There we go. What do you think? What are the odds? Oh, it's got to be a little bit more solid than that. Let's try it here. Yeah, that's going to work better. Oh yeah, it's opening that right up. That's pretty close to 90. Let's bend it just a little bit more. That 3/8 line is tough bending stuff, I tell you what. I believe that's pretty close to 90. We're going to call that good. Or at least good enough for now. Okay, under here you can plainly see the damage that I did. Right here. Let's see if we can't get that resolved. My plan is we're going to try and cut it right here in the middle of this straight piece. What do you think the odds are that we get action happening here? And I believe that, oh, come on. Wow. This is a little tough to do one-handed. Come on. You got to be just that little bit smarter than the tool, Todd. Yeah, helps if you get the camera on what you're looking at. What do you think? We following the same groove? Kind of feels like it. Oh yeah, we got action happening. I'm gonna need 2 hands out. So you guys look away for a minute. All right. So there's that. Let's put the nut on the correct direction, Todd. Yeah, that way. All right. Oh, let's file a little taper on that. Maybe. Let's just go for it. All right, I got the clamp bar on there. And that is right flush with that little step. So put you right in like that. Oh, wait, before we do that, let's tighten up them wing nuts. All right, so everything's on. I'm yet to push. What are the odds? How are we feeling? I don't know. We'll see. This is always kind of a 50-50 shot with me. We'll see how this goes. Okay, there it is. Bottomed out. Alright, let's see how bad this looks. We'll take her apart. Alright. So that was not coming out right. We're going to remove this, cut that off, and we're going to do it outside of the car because, yeah, laying on our backs and trying to do that up underneath there is a little tougher than it should be. So we're going to try and make it easy on ourselves and get a good flare on that isn't a bunch of crap. Hopefully I didn't screw myself. Not leave enough to get a nice square cut here. Let us hope. Well, seems good so far. Look at how much easier that was than when I was doing it from underneath. Alright, let's actually put the chamfer on that and how about we bring this over and actually read the instructions. All right. First of all, All right. Creates. Snug, not tight. Snug, not tight. Now, of course, I dumped this in the friggin' in the kitty litter. I'm trying to soak up the all the oil that I just dumped. By taking those lines off. All right. All these that I have used in the past want this step to be parallel to the end of the pipe. When I did that, the part that tipped in on the bulge, like this, wasn't long enough to fold in. So I think I'm going to go just a whisker longer. I mean a whisker longer, not a 16th of an inch. I'm gonna go get a caliper and dual measuring and see if we aren't closer to our correct number. All right. I recognize that this caliper is not the best or the most accurate, but it's what I got. Any of you guys want to buy me a real nice Starrett? Well, you know, I wouldn't say no. Alright, so that looks like 0.1680. Which puts me in this measurement right here is 0.2205. I think I want to be a little closer to 20. What do you guys think? Think 20 is going to be a good number? .2050. So we're a couple of thousandths over. Don't strike that. We're 200ths. 200ths over the overall depth. I think we're gonna run with it. And now that I got a firmer hold on this, We'll put a slightly more aggressive chamfer on the end of this. Should help it I hope the camera's actually filming like some of this. Alright. Wish us luck, because here we go. Alright. Let's give this just a little bit of a tweak. And this little tweak. Let's send it. What's the worst that could happen? I can't think of a single thing. Well, that felt better. Hopefully it just didn't push it through the... Oh, what do we think we got? I think it just pushed it through. Yep. I think it just pushed it through the bar. Well, that ain't good. Yeah, it did. It just pushed it through the bar. Okay. Well, let's try this again then. And what did I do with my caliper? I probably standing on it. Oh, I put it right here. Well, it looks like it's right where it was. That's about as tight as I'm going to get that. So, let's try pushing for the little V dimple again. Let's put this over that way. So it's working to the direction of my power. Let's pay attention now. I believe we got action happening the right way now. Wow, okay. That is definitely as snug as I'm going to get that. All right. rain's picking up. We're supposed to be getting a thunder shower sometime soon. It's supposed to break this humidity. Let's hope it does. All right. This would be a lot easier. If this was a socket head, I'd just put a ratchet on it. What are we thinking? I don't want to. All right, what do we think? I hope that'll get it. What do you guys think? Hopefully that's good enough. Hopefully that's good enough, because yeah, that thing's pretty well kicking my butt. Temperature's climbing fast, so ain't the humidity. I think I'm gonna go take 5, have a smoke. What do you suppose these components are for? These are these for bending tube so that you're not like there appears to be quite a few different sizes here, so you don't kink it? Well, that would have been handy, wouldn't it? Oh well, can't unring a bell. And so I've been told. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to go take 5 and cool off a little bit. And we'll come back at this and we'll try and get them threaded back up in there and plugged back into the radiator and hung at least kind of where they're supposed to be. Yeah. Yeah. Fingers crossed that flare fitting is going to be hydraulic fluid tight. Alright, let's try and get these tubes threaded back up in here. I'm not going to be able to film this. Okay, there's my coolant lines roughed back in. So now I can do other stuff. I'd like to point out that I have still a very exaggerated oil leak coming off this back corner of the engine. I'm convinced it's that valve cover gasket, but I don't know. Okay, I got these brake lines off. I've got new ones that I'm going to reroute them, and I get this. I'm going to take this valve cover back off because I know it's leaking back there. I'm going to take all the spark plugs out. I'm going to take that other valve cover off, and we're going to turn the engine over slowly by hand and see if we can't figure out what that ticking is. Okay. Let's pop this off there to begin with. help if you could see what you were doing. Let's get this spider out of here. Alright. Half inch, where are you? Half inch, half inch. You're in here somewhere, half inch. There's that one. There's that one. There's that one. And there's that one. Alright. Now, as I recall, I only put 3 on this side. Yep, the other 2 are right here, and here's the nut to that stud. That's a good spot for him. I think that's where we'll put him. There's one. Let's see how we do with this side. PCV valve out of there. And I got one more back here somewhere. Right there. Let's get this one first, because it's obviously going to be a difficult one to get. Oh, why are you being difficult? Come on. There we go. Why would I have a drop of coolant right there? Awesome. This radiator hose leaks. Well, here's another thing on the west. So get this out of there right now. Now we're gonna woo. It's that line wrench that Hank ate, isn't it? What the hell? That 3/8, 7/16 line wrench. Okay. That's 7/16, I'm pretty sure. Let's see if we can't get that with an end wrench. Nope. Half inch? Really? Okay. Convenient, I got that right in my pocket. Okay, like that. Okay. There's two. This one was not leaking like the other one. So, hopefully, yeah. Alright, let's get them spark plugs out of there. Unfortunately, I lost my little rubber donut. Let's get them all just loose here. In fact, I can go away with that other extension. And, I should be able to just spin them out. There's one. Looks wicked rich. Actually, I guess I should say that's 4. That's wicked rich. There's 3. It's wicked rich. But running. There's 2. Wicked rich, but weren't running. There's 1. Wicked rich, but running. Alright, let's go take a look at the other side. Oh, the less difficult side to get, the less easy side to get into. Alright, let's see what we get here. is 8. Not as rich. Or maybe not as running. Seven, very rich. Definitely running. Six, very rich. Definitely running. Five, definitely rich. Very, very much rich. All right. Let's have you guys take a look at these. Tell me what you think. Okay. Yeah, this will be a good spot to be able to look at them. Yeah. There's 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 8's a little bit tanner than, maybe it's just closer to running right, but definitely kind of sooty. All right. So that should make turning the engine over a little bit easier. And maybe we can figure out where that tick is coming from. All right, I'm going to set you guys up over here somewhere to be able to watch the low numbered valves. Okay? Right about here, you ought to be able to see them, I think. Can you see all them? I hope. All right. I'm going to use this breaker bar simply because I should be able to have just a little bit more reach with it. All right. Let's see what we got. I'm going to try and turn the engine over 2 times. I'm going to turn it around enough that I can find a timing mark on this. Ow. It's not a clutch fan, Todd. Okay, there's a timing mark. I'm going the wrong way. Let's turn the engine forwards. There's one full rotation. There's 2 full rotations. Let's go take a look at what you guys watched. And maybe you can tell me something obvious, right? And if not, we'll come back, we'll look at the other side for 2 rotations. Alright. Set you guys up looking at the high numbered banks. Didn't see nothing obvious there watching what you saw last time. And I'm going to try not to bump this cross member with the wrench quite so much, so I can be listening more for the squeak. Okay, so neighbor Jordan came down. You know, he's works as a mechanic pretty regular. And with all the spark plugs out, it seemed like it was taking more effort than it should to turn the engine over. And I took all the spark plugs back out. He came down and he tried it. He agrees. There's something not right there. I'm not sure what it is, why it's so tight. My fear is that it's a main bearing or rod bearing that's stuck to the crank. So, you know, you're forcing that bearing to go around in the cap that it's in. That's my fear. I don't want it to be. I would have liked to have been able to find something obvious, even if it sucked. Maybe it's in the timing set. I mean, I was in there. Maybe I fucked something up in the timing set. I don't know. But I guess right now I'm going to get prepped for install on the transmission. And Jordan's coming back down after his family cookout. And we're going to slap this thing in there. See if we can't get that in and buttoned up. And over the course of today and tomorrow, I'll get that thing all closed up. That valve cover was pretty badly warped. I got it pretty well straightened out now, but of course, House of Chrome didn't call me, so I guess I'm waiting until Monday for new valve cover gasket. So it'll be Monday before I can fire this thing back up. Oh. Yeah. I think I'm going to get this thing in and get it fired up. And we're going to ensure that there's no leaks in the transmission. And then we're chasing the clickety-clack, tip-tap, bang, crash, crunch, whatever the hell that sound is in there. So I guess I'm probably going to wrap this video up here. Turn around and do this number here, like that. And we'd like to thank you for sticking around. I'll put together something for tomorrow after, or actually probably Monday, for fire up. And see if we don't have a dry transmission with any luck. Let's hope. I'd like to thank you guys for sticking around. Please like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, all that happy hoo-ha, whatever it is. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of kitty shorts in the meantime. Yeah, stuff and things and stuff. If it ain't one thing, it's something else. All right. Appreciate you sticking around. I'll catch you next time. This has been Empty Pockets Production.